In order to become good at something, all you really need is two things. One, you just need to have an idea. And two, you need to be willing to take action and not stop until you get to your goal. If you can do these two things, it's very difficult not to be successful. The problem is, most of us have no idea what it is we want to achieve. And those of us that do often aren't willing to take the action steps necessary in order to achieve it. In this book, Atomic Habits by James Clear, he talks about the importance of what we might call messy action in the achievement of any arbitrary goal. So he gives one great example of a photography class in which he splits the class into two. One group is called the quantity group and the other group, the quality group. The task for each of the students is to submit photographs, but the quantity group is graded purely on the number of photographs that they submit. So if students submit 100 photographs or more, they get an A, 90 or above, a B, 80 or above, a C, and so on and so forth. In the second half, the students only need to submit one photograph, but it needs to be of high quality. They found that all of the best quality photographs came from the quantity group and not the quality group. That's because the group that was taking a lot of photographs, getting feedback on all of the things it takes to create a good photograph. So if we apply this back to the two basic principles of success, a good idea or an aim, and the willingness to take action in order to achieve it, we can see that we don't even need to have a perfect plan, and we don't even need to take perfect action. All we need to do is start taking action in the direction that we want to go. And that action that we take will give us feedback that we need in order to improve. So if I want to become good at video making, what should I do? Obviously, the answer is make lots of videos. Okay, so this is my process of making lots of videos and getting feedback. And I guarantee by the end of this, if I look back and see the difference between my first video and my 100th video, it's going to be night and day difference. And then if I start adding better audio equipment, better video equipment, decorate my background, get fancy lighting, pretty soon I can go from having a very shoddy setup to something that's actually quite respectable because I've gone through the painful process of repeatedly improving myself. And I am doing it in a public way so that there is direct feedback, there's direct evaluation. And just like the photography class that was tasked with making 100 photos, at the end of this, I do believe I'm going to be a reasonably good video maker. And whenever I have an idea that really needs to be well communicated, I'll have all the skills and all the tools that I need. Okay, so how can this help you? Well, do you have a vision? Are you living the life you want to live? Because if you aren't, why not? It really boils down to one of those two things. Either you haven't really figured out what it is that you want to do, or if you have figured out what you want to do, you aren't taking the daily steps you need to take in order to get there. Hopefully this is some inspiration to you, because one thing that the Atomic Habits book shows very clearly is that if we can improve ever so slightly, consistently, then that compounds. And so in the beginning, we have to suck. We have to embrace the suck. And then by doing that for a long enough period, we just naturally get better. So my challenge to you is figure out one thing that you want to do, one thing you want to get better at. And then two, do it every day. Keep yourself accountable. Find someone or something to keep you accountable. If you want to have a conversation with me to help you figure out what that one thing is or help keep you accountable and on track, please feel free to reach out. I would absolutely love to help you design your life, because more than what I would call a life coach, I'd really think of myself as a lifestyle engineer. In other words, I help people identify what that one thing is and then reverse engineer all the steps required in order to get that. And the thing is, you don't need to know every single step. You need to know the end goal, and then you need to start taking action. Okay, you do that and you will become successful. So watch this space, because I will become successful. I truly believe that. There is no doubt in my mind, because I am going to make 100 videos and I'm not going to stop. And over time, I'm going to improve my audio. I'm going to improve my video. I'm going to improve my background. I'm going to improve my lighting. I'll improve my speaking ability. I'll improve my editing ability, all by just doing little actions consistently over a long period of time. And the natural result is learning and improvement. And even though this is nerve-wracking, even though this makes me nervous to put this out there for evaluation, I enjoy it. It's fun. I'm getting better. And I'll have a record of all of my improvements, all of the silly things that I say, as well as all of the great stuff that happens when you be spontaneous. Okay? So that's it for me today. I've probably gone on long enough. I hope there was something interesting in this for you. And if you want to have a conversation with me, if you'd like to figure out your vision or help figure out a pathway to getting there, then I'd love to chat with you. Anyway, that's it for me. Appreciate your attention. I'll see you tomorrow.